Hey guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to the channel and thanks for tuning in to what's going to be a review of another magnetic eyeliner. If you've been with me here on the channel for a few months, you might remember a while back I reviewed the Moxie Lash magnetic eyeliner. This is a potted cream eyeliner. If you want to go check that out, I will link it in the description box below or tap the eye over there. But since doing that, a lot of you guys pointed me to another brand that makes magnetic eyeliner, but this, rather than being in a pot format, is actually a liquid magnetic eyeliner from the brand LashLiner. You can buy it individually, but I went ahead and got a set so I could give their lashes a try too that I'm wearing here today. So I just wanted to tell you all about it, kind of show you how I use it, how it works, talk about the lashes, etc., because I am actually a huge fan of magnetic lashes. Back when I first tried them, kind of when they first came out and they were like a big Instagram trend that, let's be real, I think we all thought was probably gonna die pretty quickly. I am now obsessed. They're the only kinds of lashes I wear, and magnetic liner has only made them easier to pull off. So let's go ahead and dive in. So first off, to tell you a little bit more about what I personally purchased from the LashLiner website, which to my knowledge is the only place you can currently buy lash liner. I got the set that includes the eyeliner as well. They're not here because I'm wearing them, but the eyelashes in the style Seattle. There are two lashes, Los Angeles, which is a full strip lash, and Seattle, which is a half lash. You know I am obsessed with half lashes because they're super easy to apply, but to be totally honest, magnetic eyeliner kind of changes the game when it comes to full strip versus half lashes, because as long as you can apply liner, it makes it super easy to just plop a full strip of lashes on my eyes, which I will do later in the video with another set of lashes I have. But to give this liner a try at first, I went ahead and went with the half lash, and I'm pretty satisfied. I love the nice flare they have at the end. They feel like really well-made lashes. The lash band feels sturdy, the magnets on the lash band feel sturdy, and overall the lash band is pretty thin, which whether or it's a traditional lash or a magnetic lash, I'm kind of a stickler about, because a thick lash band can just feel like really rigid on the eye line, and even though I don't normally have sensitive eyes, it can just kind of irritate my eye area, making it itchy, make my eyes water, and it's just not a good look. So I do love that these lash bands are nice and thin. There are a couple different bundles on the website, so you can buy the set like I did of the Seattle lash and liner all in one like me. That's $60, although right now they are on sale, I think for $50 for a whole set. You can also get the LA in a set, and then they also have doubles. If you want to double it up, you can get 2 sets of each, or I think you can even maybe mix them for $100, I want to say. So you get like a little bit of a discount if you buy in bulk. Then you can also buy the liner alone, either individually or as a double as well. So there are all sorts of different ways. If you don't want the lashes, if you have your own magnetic lashes, you can go ahead and just buy the liner, which I really like, because as someone who already loves magnetic lashes, don't necessarily need another pair, I like that I can just go on the site when I need to replenish my stock of the liner and do that without buying into the whole set. Now I want to talk about the packaging. I know I've flashed it up here a little bit, but I love the presentation of this. Totally was not expecting to get it in this case, even though on the site I have my computer over here and I'm looking at like pricing and everything as I do this video, and even though on the site it comes in this case, for some reason I just wasn't expecting this, that it is encrusted in glitter. It's not the kind where it's gonna come off, like it doesn't shed at all, it's glued on there pretty firmly, so it's pretty, but it's not gonna make a mess for you everywhere else. You open it up and your lashes are housed here, and then your eyeliner fits nicely down here below. The one thing I would have liked to see, I feel kind of spoiled after having the magnetic lashes from Kiss that come in this packaging. This is the first I've ever seen of it, but I really love it, where on the plastic thing in here, there are magnets so that your lashes stick in the exact shape they should, and they don't roll around, get connected to each other, or just get bent out of shape as they're in storage. I really do love this, so would have loved to see it in this, but there is a little bit of adhesive left on these dots in here once you pull your lashes off, kind of like in a traditional sort of lash storage system, where if you put them in there just so, there's enough tackiness still left over to where your lashes will stick onto it and not move around throughout. But more often than not, I do find them just kind of laying haphazardly in here and clumped together, but totally not a deal breaker. This packaging does have a magnetic closure though, so if you like to throw it in your purse or when you're traveling, this will kind of stay pretty neatly closed. The magnet feels like it's only on one side, so it's not ultra sturdy, but it will just kind of keep it closed for light jostling in a bag, I guess. And then you also get a nice little mirror in here, which as someone who doesn't normally get ready in front of a full-size mirror is actually really nice to have when you go and place your lashes and apply them. So absolutely love the packaging here. Moving on to the eyeliner itself. So there is a little pull tab in here so you can lift the plastic if you just, once this slips under here, lift the plastic packaging out so you can pop the liner out. And this is a liquid magnetic eyeliner. So you can see it has a really, really tight sort of plastic stopper here. I'm not sure what the actual industry term for it is, but the thing that basically cleans off the brush here is pretty tight. You have to pull, I would say, a good amount, more than your average tubed product, but it does a good job at cleaning excess product off of this so you don't have a ton of liner on your brush, and it doesn't feel like there's a lot of product in here, so hopefully it keeps a lot of that in the tube so it doesn't get dried out and just stale faster. So then you have this brush tip, and it's not a felt tip, which I'm so pleased about that because sometimes they can be a little rough along the lash line. This is actually like a calligraphy tip or a real brush tip, and it's a really fine one at that. So you can get like a nice fine cat eye, a detailed, precise cat eye on the outside, but you can also really build and layer it up to a thicker eyeliner on the lid if you want. As far as eyeliners go, this one dries up pretty quickly. And by dries up, I mean as you're applying. I haven't had this long enough for the product itself to dry up, but maybe that is why the nozzle is as airtight as it is because when I'm using it, one of the first things that I noticed about this liner was how quickly it dries on the lid. It has kind of a shiny finish, so you really can't tell that it's dry by the finish. It just gets this very tacky sort of texture to where as you're blending it or applying it on your lid, it starts kind of sticking to itself, which sounds kind of weird, but it's the only, like, sticky is the only word I can think of to describe the feeling, and that for me resulted in a little bit of skipping, a little bit of unevenness in the liner. So my first tip with this, maybe my only tip really, would just be to work quickly because it is probably one of the fastest drying eyeliners I know out there. However, it is incredibly waterproof. I mean, you absolutely have to have a dual phase makeup remover to get all of this off. They sell one on the website, but honestly, I have one. I think it's from like L'Oreal or something, but as long as it's like oil-based dual phase sort of situation, that will make sure it gets everything off your lash line. I mean, really, if you wear waterproof makeup, like waterproof mascara, whatever you use to take that off will definitely work with this. But just know it budge-proof in every single way. In terms of the magnetic strength, I think it is pretty similar, if not identical, to the Moxie Lash formula, which I had a really good experience with. You know, it really didn't take a lot of work once the lash got close enough. The magnets really just kind of found their place along my lash line, and it was super easy to adjust them along my lash line if they just weren't laying quite right, bunching up, especially with a full strip lash. If the magnets were laying a little bit too close together, it was super easy to just lift one portion up, place it over, and there is that light attraction that just kind of sucks it to the lash line and then really doesn't let it go. I mean, I don't really work out in makeup, but like I've been outside when it's relatively windy. I've blow dried my hair with my hair with these on, and they've stayed in place really well. So I would say the magnetic hold, it gets the job done. It's not so strong that, you know, your lashes are like gonna cling to your lash line from a foot away, but it will certainly stay in place all day when you need it. I think you just need to make sure that the line is thick enough. The one thing about the liquid liner, I think, as opposed to more of a cream or gel, is that it's a lot easier to get a nice thin line across your lashes, but to get the right amount of hold to keep your lashes on and steady feeling all day, you do need to make it just a little bit thicker. Not so thick, I think, that it makes it really like a thick liner, but you know, just thick enough to have that hold. Overall, highly recommended, and actually prefer this liquid liner format over the cream gel of the Moxie Lash, just because I feel like I can tell when the liquid is dried down completely, and I don't have to worry about any of the product coming off with the lashes when I remove them. Like, the nice thing about the liquid is that because it is so budge proof, every time I remove my lashes, there is literally no liner residue that's stuck to the magnet itself, which really just makes it easier for future applications, not having to clean and re-clean them and worry about my liner coming off from my skin because it's transferred to the magnet, if that makes sense. So if you're looking into a magnetic eyeliner, I would definitely recommend checking out LashLiner, especially knowing that you can get the liner individually if you already happen to have your own set of lashes. Now let's go ahead and try that full strip of lashes. So I'm just going to, the way I remove these, just pluck them right off. They are really easy to remove. I don't feel any sort of tension or tugging when I pull them off. They just come right off. Now I'm gonna go in with the Kiss lashes that I was holding up earlier. I actually already have them out, but these are in the style 03. The weird thing about, I've talked about this style before because I love one of the accent lashes from Kiss, and it's style 4. It looks like this is style 3. They really don't have any style names. So that's all I have to give you, but I'll link to them down in the description box if you're interested. So here is a full strip of those. Let me zoom you in. That would be more helpful. So here is a full strip of these lashes, and actually guys, I have applied and reapplied lashes on my lash line like 3 times now today. I was wearing the accent lashes earlier, popped these on for a little bit, switched back into the accent lashes because that's the one I wanted to have on for most of this video, and now here I go again, and you can see like my liner is fully intact. This stuff just does not budge. So going in to apply this, and I just set them on top of my lash line. I don't even know if you can see how this clings to the liner. It's just so gentle, but then that's it. If you ever wear full strip of magnetic lashes, this is the only way to apply them in my opinion, because otherwise I don't personally think it is worth the time and effort of, you know, if like with these from Kiss, you're supposed to technically take one of these then and match it up with this top lash, which you totally can if you want a bigger, thicker lash, and actually this lash liner would make it a lot easier to do that. But if you're not working with a magnetic liner, I just don't even bother with the full strip because it is such a pain in the butt to me to make 3 magnets line up. They never end up looking as good, and an accent lash does the exact same thing. But with this liner, I mean, it's so stinking easy. So easy. So those are my thoughts on these. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments. If you're into it, if you're gonna try it, if you're still not really all that into magnetic lashes, let me know either way down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye guys.